Eze Amebu in Olo Senatorial Zone. Eze Awo in Olo Senatorial Zone. Eze Osumohu in Anambra State. Eze Ebonesie. Eze Lilu in Anambra State. Eze Iseke in Anambra State. Eze Mbosi. Eze Osi Ihutokwa. Eze Amannachi. Eze Akuma. Eze Amago. And Eze Umuhu, traditional ruler. Eze Ihitenansa. Eze Amaruru. Reason General Igwe Butozo. Major General Gento de Yahoo. And the other state commanders. General Uwambia Romwem. General D44. General Ochiaga. The reason why they were hated by Igbo, accused by enemies of Biafrans, is because they volunteer themselves to protect the lives and the properties, and they guide our bushes and the forests against Fulani terrorist invaders. Ebe Kodike, who also claimed that he is a scorpion colonel, known as the Ewi from Okigwe Senatorial Zone. Ikenga Uruago from Nnewi, Anambra State. Udele, King of Vultures from Okigwe Senatorial Zone. Lolo, Nneka Chimezie, Jovika, and the other vultures that have decided to rebel against their own land.
Now these boys, where did they bring during election, especially during general election? It happened where that 2014, when they prepare for election for 2015. It happened where that time. That time we don't know now. We don't understand. We think say maybe our brothers don't they come back. You know that kind of thing now. We don't know say na strategy where they go take the election. Now those boys they take the rig election. You understand? If you see them, send them back. Let me talk them. Let me do road. Talk them. Send them back.
Federal blockade or blockade of any type, of any kind, during the war is not a military strategy. It is a crime against humanity, and you committed it. Go on. Go on, you committed crime against humanity, committed a crime against Igbo by blocking food from coming into Biafra. And you didn't apologize. You didn't say, I am sorry.
I've read the manuscript of retired General Yakubu Gowon in regards the Aburi Accords agreement and a lot of other variables and what he has stated. I want to ask him this basic question. Firstly, where is the manuscript of the Aburi Accords agreement?
Please, if you are visiting my YouTube channel for the first time, subscribe with us and turn on your notification button.
Hello Biafrans, welcome to Magnetic Gist TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone, your location, and wherever you're watching us from. Today being the 23rd day of May 2026, we, the team of Magnetic Gist TV, is bringing this news live and direct to you. Wow, what a great news indeed. Biafran, rejoice, because things is going to take place very soon. Why did I say so? Watch this video and see the press statement from Commander NJ Makeup. According to Commander NJ Makeup, this was a meeting that the Biafran Liberation Army commanders, they stayed indoor and made a meeting, a very great meeting on how to come back and save Biafrans, since Biafrans are already calling on them, since Biafrans has already realized that they are innocent, that the people that are deceiving them. He made he listed names of kings in Igbo land. According to NJ Makeup, he listed their names that they are working with the government to bring destruction in Igbo land or in Biafran land, to bring in Fulani herdsmen. He mentioned of what happened in Eziobodo and the Ihagu and the one that is happening already in Enugu State. So he said that Biafran Liberation Army, that they are aware of all these things that are happening.
I want to use this this opportunity to greet my fellow Biafrans, both home and abroad. Today is 22nd of May 2026, being Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Biafrans and all lovers of freedom. This information is coming to you from the office of General Igwe Botoza, the Chief of Biafra Defense Force. I want to use this golden opportunity to acknowledge the ever-presence of Major General Gento de Yahoo, of whom I am standing on his microphone. I am still your brother, Angel Makeup. This information is what is currently going on in the land of Biafra, Igbo land. Through this information, I want to draw the attention of Mr. Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America, and the Prime Minister of Israeli government, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu, over the Islamic agenda of Nigerian government officials and the Igbo traditional rulers, Ndi Eze in Southeast, such as Eze Amebu in Olo Senatorial Zone, Eze Awo in Olo Senatorial Zone, Eze Osumohu in Anambra State, Eze Ebonesie, Eze Lilu in Anambra State, Eze Iseke in Anambra State, Eze Mbosi, Eze Osi Ihutokwa, Eze Amannachi, Eze Akuma, Eze Amaagu, and Eze Umuhu, traditional ruler, Eze Ihitenansa, Eze Amaruru. Biafrans, I don't want to continue to mentioning their names here, but I want to inform the traditional rulers in Owerri Senatorial Zone and the Okigwe Senatorial Zone that Biafrans and the Igbo in general are critically monitoring every activities bid with Nigerian Islamic officials against Biafran youth. I am directing this message to Biafrans for them to know how the aforementioned names are seriously deceiving their community youths, indirectly recruiting their village youths into Nigerian Islamic foot soldiers. Like I said before, that this information is coming to you from the office of General Igwe Botoza and Major General Gento de Yahoo. The information is that Biafrans are taking records of whatever that these Igbo traditional leaders are doing against Biafran youths. Cartel, Odumegu, and co. Biafrans are taking record of every movement and activity you are with the Nigerian Islamic terrorist government in order to Islamize Imo State and the Biafra in general.
They actually want people to realize that they have been working, protecting them, but so many people are sabotaging them. The people like Ikengurago, Udene, Lalone Kachimezie, Ebekodike, and so many other names they also mentioned in this video. Now, Biafrans, listen to Commander NJ Makeup and hear the message he brought to Biafrans.
Their movements and the actions and the activities are being monitored on how they are recruiting and sending Igbo youths into Nigerian terrorist governments. When Gentle the Yahoo warned about the incoming of the Fulani terrorist bandits and bandits, you all make jest of him and call him a terrorist. You call him a criminal. Even accused him of kidnapping his own people. And also accusing the men on the ground that they are kidnappers. Today, what are you seeing? Such as in Ihia Agwa to Eziobodo communities, all Biafrans and Igbo and well-meaning Nigerians could bear me a witness of what they witness what happens in these aforementioned communities. Let me, without missing any word, the reason General Igwe Botozo, Major General Gentle the Yahoo, and the other state commanders, General Uwambia Romwem, General B44, General Ochiaga, the reason why they were hated by Igbo, accused by enemies of Biafrans, is because they volunteer themselves to protect the lives and the properties and they guide our bushes and the forests against Fulani terrorist invaders. Biafrans can see how Fulani in Nigerian governments are using some of our people to fight against us, to fight against Igbo, using to fight against Igbo with heavy blackmails, such as Ebekodike, who also claimed that he is a scorpion colonel known as Ewi from Okigwe Senatorial Zone. Ikenga Uruago from Nnewi, Anambra State. Udele, King of Vultures from Okigwe Senatorial Zone. Lolo Nneka Chimezie, Jovika, and the other vultures that have decided to rebel against their own land. In conclusion of my message to you, Biafrans that are listening to me now, I want to use this medium to let you know that those are the vultures. In conclusion of my message to you, Biafrans, I want to use this medium to let you know that these are the volunteer enemies of Igbo. and all Biafrans. All these affirmation kings have sold their communities to Fulani to kill, kidnap, and collect ransom, and even burning down communities and villages. Yet these kings and these saboteurs accusing General Igbo Potozo on social media, accusing Mazinalikan on social media, are defending the same Fulani terrorist government. Defending them, covering them, because they were together with the Fulani terrorists that have been kidnapping and abducting, collecting ransom from Biafrans. So, Biafrans, Ndi Igbo should disassociate themselves from such vultures and their team of gangsters. All thanks to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Ohamadike one of Biafra. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen you and protecting you and guiding you. He say. Be say, now wait time for election don't they reach. The time where they bring foreigners to come inside Nigeria don't they reach. You understand? When I go come see them, because we don't see them steady. You go see them, they will carry, if you dey for checkpoint, be careful. If you go see them, they will use truck, carry guys, carry old men, carry guys, put in some motor, carry them, they come. And they go tell you say Nigerian immigrants, I mean migrants, I don't know how they speak in English. They will carry them, come inside Nigeria, they will go build IDP camp for them. If they build IDP camp for them, they will go leave them there, they will come do voters card for them. After they use them, do election, finish. They go come leave them for the IDP camp. By the time we're hungry, catch those boys, they go from the IDP camp. Because if you watch all the IDP camp where they keep all those migrants, they close to bush. If you hungry, catch those boys after they don't use them for election finish, they go abandon them there. They can't carry those boys come from there, enter bush. Now then they stop for all the part of Nigeria now. Anywhere you go for Nigeria, me I doing pass. I can't say everywhere. Even place where no say they peaceful before. Everywhere now problem. If you no be kidnapper, it could be nonsense attack with the villagers go to collect. Now these boys where they bring during election, especially during general election, it happened where that 2014 when they prepare for election for 2015. It happened where that time. That time we don't know now. We don't understand. We think say maybe our brothers don't they come back. You know that kind of thing now. We don't know say na strategy where they go take the election. Now those boys they take the rig election. You understand? If you see them, send them back. Let me talk them. Let me do road. Talk them. Send them back. If they know, in fact, let me tell you, if they don't present a reasonable ID card for you, send them back. Or if signal no come, or in fact, contact the highest authority where you get for that place. Because you must get commander. Make them come investigate them before you allow them to pass. That's why they go share them for all the parts of Nigeria. Now, the one where happened 2018 against 2019 election. 2018, you know what will happen. But that 2014 on, those boys will come that time. Now then they disturb the whole Nigeria now. Everywhere now, even though be banditry, you go be killer herdsmen, or you go be terrorists. You go okay. See, I tell how many terrorist organizations there for Nigeria now. Now those boys, because all the terrorists were there for Bush, they don't get factions. Now everybody don't get. Even you go carry your own boys, go start your own. They disturb the whole Nigeria. So make everybody be careful. And again, you will be civilian. You will be civilian. This one not be only everybody. Security is for everybody. You will be civilian. Make sure say anything where they do. If you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. Nobody say you go keep quiet. Say I no go talk on my village. That your village where you protect. Say no one talk. What you see? That your village. Everything want happen now for that your village. You go start to happen. That thing we see for your village. You know one talk. If you want happen now for your village, you go start to happen before you go escalate to go other places. I don't tell you now. And if I go do more videos to give you more updates. You understand? I go do more videos, give you more updates. My next video, I go talk about
this airstrike attack against Jili Boko Haram market. I go talk about them. I go tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. I'm not army spokesperson. I no be theater spokesperson. But at least I don't dey for this bush more than enough years to know what thing they go on. I don't work at so many places. I go tell you what's up for that Jili. That Jili we on the sea. No go to think on day for that place. So. But make watch my next video. If you get anything to talk, go to my comment section. Yeah? Drop your question there or your observation. I go answer you via your DM or inside the comment section, depending on how strict your question or observation is. You understand? And if there's one thing I want to tell you now, just subscribe to this my page and follow me when I go get more and more videos from me. You know, so normally we know the two they talk. We know the two they talk, because if you talk, you know get as it go be, but I go tell you now the truth and nothing but the truth. Or die and I die. I don't talk my own. God bless Nigeria.
Guys, no be smarting again. What is happening right now in Nigeria? Upon all these things that is going on, General Yakubu Gowon is still lying against late Ojukwu, saying that it was Ojukwu that caused the Biafran Nigerian war, that it was the fault of Ojukwu. Upon all the things that happened, upon how the present Fulani is buying his people without stopping, buying the middle belt without stopping, yet he presented a book, and in that book he did not even mention that he was at fault. He was only throwing the blame to Ojukwu, late Ojukwu. Maka na onye nwụrụ anwụ na onye dị ndụ ekwusitere ọnụ ya, onye nwụrụ anwụ na-ekpechi ya ọnụ. But thank God that the Aburi Accord document, it wasn't hidden. So many people got those Aburi Accord documents and they uploaded it in the internet. So it has gone viral to the extent that so many people have gotten the information concerning that Aburi Accord. So they are now telling Yakubu Gowon to his face that he is lying. Nonso Nkwa and so many other prominent men in the society are coming out to tell General Yakubu Gowon that he lied. Listen to them and hear what they said.
Igbo Chineke kalmacho ezima puliche Igbo disabeji binaka neba hinu ugbu a na enweta onwe goto aka m si anabata gị kpọmkwem n'oge ihe omume anyị Chibo anụ ọzọ na-abịara gị kwa ụbọchị Satọde niile. Tata wo ahịa Nkwọ dịka ndị Igbo si agụ ya. I want to personally and of course on behalf of well-meaning Igbo men and women, Igbo sons and daughters, to give General Gowon this message. We saw in the book you wrote, My Life of Duty and Allegiance. And we saw everything you wrote. In the 181 pages of that same book you wrote, sir, there was never a place, never a paragraph, a sentence where you regretted the wasting of millions of lives of Ndibo during the war. Everything about your book was your duty and allegiance. Your duty and allegiance. And your duty during the war was to waste life of Ndibo. And probably allegiance to Nigeria is to make sure that as far as the Igbos decided to secede from Nigeria, they should be wasted. That is the only summary of the book you wrote. Your life of duty and allegiance. 881 pages. A book you would have used to heal Nigeria. A book you would have used to appeal to the conscience of Nigerians, to the conscience of the present day leaders, to treat Ndibo right. A book you would have used to conclusively make Ndibo part and parcel of Nigeria. But you failed, sir. You failed because this stubbornness of Nigerian leaders are still found even in the early leaders. It shows that even the early leaders of this country are as stubborn as the present leaders of Nigeria. The ego of Nigerian leaders, instead of them to repent, they are always explaining. They are always blaming the next person. In your 881 pages of your life of duty and allegiance, you used half of the pages to blame Ojukwu for the war. You said Ojukwu did not, Ojukwu came home and started announcing the Aburi Accord, whatever. When Ojukwu waited for you to announce this confederation, so that every confederate state in Nigeria, every component part of Nigeria will manage their resources and give the federal government their own percentage. You came home and you are ambassadors in Lagos, you are commissioners in Lagos, and you are ministers in Lagos confused you. Something you signed. Something that you are delegates, you are secretaries from Nigeria, and the secretaries from Biafra went to Accra to write and rewrite and review and go through and remove and impute and output. Everything was concluded in Accra. Even the general, the army general that was the president of Accra then, Accra, right? President of Ghana then, by them, Accra. While driving two of you and Ojukwu, to the airport, was very happy. Was very happy. Two of you promised the man that you are going to implement the Aburi Accord. You went to Lagos and they confused you. Something you signed in Ghana. Now you came home now in your book, now you are blaming Ojukwu. You are blaming Ojukwu. When they said immediately you get home, make sure that Nigerians know that this is what was decided in Ghana. You were wasting time. You were dilly-dallying. You were trying to play games with what the lives of Nigerians and the lives of Ndibo. And the killings continued. And now you said Ojukwu didn't wait. Ojukwu was in a hurry. Because you were trying to play games with the life of Ndibo. In your 881 pages of your life of duty and allegiance, you never for once told us why there was a federal blockade. There was a federal blockade that blocked human rights and human organizations, charity organizations, from coming into Biafra, you know, to give them food, give them certain things for the survival of the war. You blocked every aeroplane. You blocked countries. You blocked charity organizations from flying into Biafra to deliver food. You didn't apologize. Federal blockade or blockade of any type, of any kind, during the war is not a military strategy. It is a crime against humanity, and you committed it. Gowon. Gowon, you committed crime against humanity, committed a crime against Ndibo by blocking food from coming into Biafra. And you didn't apologize. You didn't say, I am sorry. You are 90 years old, sir. Millions were killed during the Biafran war. You blocked food, social amenities, things that are supposed to alleviate the suffering of men, women, old men and old women during the war in Biafra land. You blocked food from reaching them. And more people died of your federal blockage than those bullets killed. And in your 881 pages, sir, you didn't say, I am sorry. Your federal troops, area bombings, targeted schools where children and women are, targeted hospitals, targeted churches, targeted marketplaces, which are never military strategy, but a crime against Ndibo. You bombed schools, you bombed hospitals, you bombed marketplaces, you bombed churches. These things are not allowed during the war. But you did it, go on. But you didn't say, I am sorry. To you, it is war. To you, go on, it is war. Even refuge camps. Refuge camps, go on, you bombed them. To you, it is war. Yet, it is a crime against Igbo. A crime during the war. You don't do that. You said you're a military man. There was nothing military about the war you prosecuted against Biafrans. Nothing military about it. Everything you did, go on, I put it to you, sir, was to annihilate, exterminate Igbo. I'm in Nigeria. We know the kind of eyes you people from the north look at us that are from the east. We know. Thank God we know. Now, everything you did during the war, even trying to deny that Britain didn't help you people, we know you are lying, sir. Even to deny that America didn't help you people, we know you are lying. And we know that this issue of Soviet Union, or the issue of Ojukwu using the Biafran mineral resources, mortgaging to France, so that France will be supplying Biafra with weapons. We know you are just using it as a propaganda, sir, because we know the truth. Even when France asked Ojukwu to mortgage it for 20 years for them, so that France will supply Biafra with all necessary ammunition for the war, Ojukwu refused. Ojukwu said no. That was why Biafrans, during the war, resorted to self-help, resorted to building our own bomb, building our own armored car, building our own ammunition. If France had helped Biafrans during the war, there would be no Nigeria. Let me repeat. If what you said, that Ojukwu mortgaged the mineral resources of Biafrans to France, so that France will supply Biafrans with ammunition. If France had supplied the Biafrans with the kind of ammunition you stated in your book, sir, there would be no Nigeria. You lied. And we know you lied at 90 years. After the war, you said there was no victor, there was no vanquished, everybody this and that, Bobo Tibo and all the rest. But after the war, what did you do? Every millions, pounds, naira, whatever, that Biafrans had, they only went home with the 20 shillings. You did it. Go on. You did it. Yet you said there was no victor, there was no vanquished. You same go on. You said there was no victor, there was no vanquished. But every Igbo man that has reached the height of his career in the public service, in the civil service, was reduced to ordinary junior clerk, junior officer. No Igbo man or woman was allowed into the higher cadre of the public service, especially the federal service. No Igbo man under you was a senior officer in the federal civil service. No Igbo man was permanent secretary under you in the federal civil service. No Igbo man reached the federal position, the normal federal position of somebody that has reached the career in the federal service. Under you, go on. Yet you said there was no victor, there was no vanquished. Go on. You rebuilt Southwest and he rebuilt the North. You abandoned the East. Yet you said there was no victor, no vanquished. Even in Port Harcourt, you allowed this slogan of abandoned properties to take root especially in Port Harcourt, because they worked hand in hand with you during the war. They helped you to sabotage the Biafran war. They helped you to sell off the Biafran people. They helped you to sabotage. In fact, go on. The truth remains that instead of you using the 881 pages to say, I am sorry. Yes, it was the life of your duty and the life of your allegiance or whatever. But millions died before you. Thousands massacred before your very eyes. You would have used these 881 pages of the book you wrote to heal Nigeria finally, but you didn't because of the ego. Why will you apologize to Igbo who are there? Who are the Easterners? Who are the Southeasterners? Who are there? Why will I say sorry? But the sorry would have healed a whole lot of things. If you had said sorry in that your book, you would have healed a whole lot of things. You would have showed in Igbo a different perspective from which they could not look to Nigeria, or look onto Nigeria, or look at Nigeria. You would have changed a terrible mindset of Igbo against Nigeria if you had said sorry in your book, sir. Even during the Holocaust in Germany, the German chancellor knelt down and begged Germans, begged the world, begged the Israelis, begged the Jewish population, and said sorry for the Holocaust caused by Adolf Hitler. Sorry, we are sorry. Even in Rwanda, after the genocide in Rwanda, the president said sorry. The current president said sorry. He was a rebel leader then. He said sorry. And he rebuked Rwanda. He doesn't care who is a Husi, or who is a Hutu, or doesn't care who is, he doesn't care. Every section of that country was rebuked. Even America, after slavery, said sorry. America said sorry to black Americans that were sold as slaves to America. They said sorry. And they rebuked their colony, rebuked their states, and made them comfortable. We have a lot of conflicts in the world that their leaders have come out to say sorry. But go on, you chose not to say sorry. You are trying to be diplomatic. There are a lot of things you did not say. And those things you did not say are the truth. And you know it, sir. You chose the ones you want us to hear. You chose the ones you want us to believe. But, sir, as a student of government and public admin, and of course political science, sir, we have raw manuscripts of the Aburi Accord, recorded video of the Aburi Accord, and what transpired between you and Ojukwu in Ghana. And we know that if we should blame anybody for the 1966 coup, we should blame Awolowo. We should blame Awolowo. Because even the coup plotters said it. Their main job, their main purpose was to make sure that they strike, and probably after succeeding, they will go to prison and bring out Awolowo and make him the president of Nigeria. Yet you people tagged it Igbo coup. You people are not yet ready to heal Nigeria. You people are not yet ready to say the truth. When you people are ready to heal Nigeria and say the truth, we, Igbos, we know. But for now, let us keep pretending that you are one Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Having read the manuscript of retired General Yakubu Gowon in regards the Aburi Accords agreement and a lot of other variables and what he has stated, I want to ask him this basic question. Firstly, where is the manuscript of the Aburi Accords agreement? That is number one. And secondly, which part of the Aburi Accords agreement did he implement after the meeting? Which part of the Aburi Accord did he implement after the meeting? And lastly, not lastly, thirdly, who called the first shot? Who invaded first? And in regards invading now, who did you invade? Who were the targets? And in regards Ojuku's violation of the Aburi Accords agreement now, Which part of it was violated? And let me ask this question again. Sincerely speaking, how do you feel in your conscience now? Do you feel that you fought for the generality of humanity, or it was a power tussle? That is what I want to ask. I'm talking about the present now. Is Nigeria better as it is at the moment, or it would have been better under regional system of government? So this is also dependent on the manuscript. I'm not saying this because I'm in bed with the present Igbo people at the moment, because I have 1 or 2 issues with them as well. But the fact is, somebody cannot come at this point in time, in my own opinion, whitewash the realities that has happened. Because the documentaries and even the write-off are proving the contrary in regards to what you are saying. So, who is not saying the truth? Let's face it that way. And lastly, let me ask this question. Sincerely speaking, in your conscience, the number of life lost now, the number of life that has been lost during this issue, is it worth it? The moment at hand now, is it worth it? The number of life that has been lost? Let's ask ourselves these questions. Let's not whitewash issues. Whitewashing issues doesn't help anybody, but rather stating the obvious. I believe in this saying in Matrix that what has happened and wouldn't have happened the other way. But the fact is, in all fairness again, we have to be able to state things the way they are. Forget about the book launch, forget about the donations, but let's talk about it. And again, would there have been any way better of addressing that issue? Or that was the only way to have addressed the issue? And let's face it. And let's look at it now. Has the issue been addressed? We're talking about decades now, decades ago. And the issue is still lingering. Has it been addressed? Well, the fact is, in this jet age, I don't think anybody can say something that is not verifiable to anybody and people will take it to the bank. Things are highly verifiable at this point in time. And the fact is, I believe the more better we tell ourselves the truth, the easier we heal. Seriously. And take it or leave it. And from the north that we grow up, Ojukwu wanted to separate Nigeria. Gowon say Nigeria must be one. We have sung that song, we have celebrated, but at the end of the day now we are looking at it. What was actually fought? And has there been a solution in that regard? Let's ask ourselves this question and stop this whitewashing and trying to paint black. I beg you.
Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, everyone watching this video. Remember to subscribe with us, Magnetic Gist TV, for we remain the best. Let us interact in our comment section. Share this video. We all love you. Peace above all things. Bye.